Half a day. God is love. This is the most basic, yet the deepest and the most powerful truth that our second reading is telling us today. Some would even say that the first letter of John, chapter 4, verse 8, which traditionally is attributed to Saint John the Apostle as his writer, is the central message of the Bible. If truly we are sons and daughters of God, we know how to love. We can love. If we keep on saying that we know and recognize God in our lives, we will be able to know how to love. However, before we can know how to love others, first, we must be convinced that God loves us. The first letter of John, chapter 4, verse 19 would tell us, we love because He first loved us. It is the effectual love of God that first changes our hearts in order to make us capable of love. And it is His example of love that reminds us again and again of our need to love other people. But, brothers and sisters, if you observe what is going on in our communities all over the world, violence is everywhere, rampant spreading of lies, ruining Mother Nature. We are destroying our only planet. That is why, whether you like it or not, our actions are in exact opposite with what the meaning of love is. The violence, either public or domestic, and the attitude of indifference in our backyard and toward our neighbors only mean that we fail to know and recognize this God, whom we profess to be loving us. Only in knowing by heart and this love of God can we learn how to love other people. Jesus advises His disciples in our gospel today to remain in His love. But notice here that before He gave His advice to His disciples, outrightly He expressed His love for them first. Jesus loved His disciples just as a father loves him. The Father's love for Jesus is the greatest love of all. And from this love, God the Father's love for Jesus, must all our love come from. Many people today are so eager to love. They are thirsting for love. They think they can love. They feel they can love. That is why sometimes a love that is just related to feeling is obviously short-term. The pleasure that we find with this kind of love, we already call joy. But pure joy is not supposed to be short-term. Let us ask ourselves, when was the last time that we gave ourselves wholeheartedly to others, where it caused us deep and pure joy? If we already have experienced this kind of joy, truly we can say that it came from Jesus, the genuine and incomparable joy that a person can have. When we feel and experience this true joy, our outlook and perspective on life will be different. All the time we will desire on giving instead of always getting. Pure joy in one's heart is when you are contented and you feel complete despite the inadequacies that you have. And a person who has found this kind of joy is able to learn to share always with others. Remember that the happiest person in the world is the giver, not the taker. And when that person is happy in giving, he can know what true love is. And convincingly, God's love resides in him. Happy Easter.